Boom! Hello.
And we're trumping the competition by rolling back our price for a limited time.
It's finally here. I've been waiting for this all week.
100 megabits per second speed for just 25.
Harvested a great. That is a great name. I like that. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I've actually been waiting for this all week. I cannot wait to get started because it is the day we start ranking all of these Roblox shooting games. I actually cannot wait. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So with your help, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a few games. Well, play a few rounds of a few games on Roblox, and then at the end of the stream, we'll put them on a tier list, the ones that we've played, and then over the next few weeks, we are going to build a big tier list up and try and find the best Roblox FPS game. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, I did see your message. I know who it is, and welcome. Yeah. Thanks for joining in. I hope you do appreciate that. I hope you do enjoy the stream. Sorry. I remember seeing you. We talked about Fortnite and yeah, which is something I haven't played for a little while, but yeah, it's all right. I do like Fortnite. Maybe I should jump on that again soon at some point. Play a few games because it has been a while. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some Roblox in a second. No, you're all right. You're fine. You're fine. So the way I want to do this is I want to try and play at least 3 different Roblox games in the stream. Because otherwise it's going to take me a year to get through all of the FPS games on Roblox. I want to try and play 3 or 4 if I can. So I want to at least play one that I play regularly. I want to play one that I haven't played, or one that I don't play regularly, and then a couple of random ones after that. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. So we'll start on one that I have played. Let's flick over to the old Robloxio. And what shall we play? In this tier list, I am going to be doing zombies games as well. I was going to keep it to just shooting games. Like, you know, like the normal sort of TDM domination style games. But I've decided to add zombies to the mix as well. I have played Rivals. That is not on my list currently, actually. So I'll probably need to add that to the list of games that we're going to be playing at some point. But yeah, I have played Rivals. It's not too bad. It's not my usual go-to for a shooter, because that's more like that's like the round-based sort of, I guess you'd call it like search and destroy based shooter, I guess. Search and destroy style. It's more like sort of CS rules where it's like one life for the round, which I tend to prefer like the TDM and domination sort of modes and like capture the flag and all that stuff. So right, what we're gonna do first is this. I'm gonna pick a random one, but I'm gonna try and pick one that I have played a bit. I don't want to go too good too early though, so I'm gonna leave Enforcement, Gunfight Arena, and Infection Gunfight out of this one for the moment, because they're the ones that I am looking forward to playing as well, because I know I already like them games, so they're gonna be interesting to see how they go. I think let's start with Combat Arena. Combat Arena is one of them games that I have played a fair bit of, and it's okay, but we'll have to see how it goes. So we'll play a few games of this, get a few impressions and all that stuff, and then see what we think of it, and then we'll have to get on to rating it in a little while. Why is my guy's head so big? So let's go straight into it. We want to go straight into this, I believe. Eli, what's going on? How are you doing? Right, so first game of the rankings, Combat Arena. Let's Let's be having you. Let's be having you. This is not a game that I am particularly overly versed with, but I have played enough of it to... sort of know roughly what it's about, I guess. I haven't really done much sniping on it. That is the only downfall to this game. Whoa. Oh, hello. Roblox has just decided to die. What's going on there? That is not fun. Okay, so Roblox decided to die there. Don't know why, but it did. But hopefully that will not happen again. I'm a very professional streamer. And I've already drunk all my tea. That's annoying. I was looking forward to that cup of tea and I've just downed it all in one pretty much. What is the game called again? Sorry, this game is called Combat Arena. It's quite fast-paced. Compared to my usual preference, I tend to like the sort of more slower-paced games. This one's quite fast movement. Obviously, you got the sprinting, the sliding, and all that. But it's good, to be fair. It's fairly fun. I've played a few rounds of it here and there. Oh, this guy's got me there. Oh, no. So, first point. The first thing we're going to talk about is the movement, because obviously the movement is ridiculously quick. Not specifically my cup of tea, but it is smooth, and that is a good thing. I don't like jittery movement. Did they add a new sniper? I do not know. Let's have a look at the menus. I mean, I've got the R700 unlocked. From what I can see... Oh, there's a prestige one. They've added the AWP. Ooh. Interesting. What's the R700 damage? Okay, so the 100 to 50. Prestige 1. I ain't anywhere near Prestige at the minute. So I don't think that is going to be on the cards for tonight for this stream. But for the minute, we can deal with the AK. We like the AK on this. It's not too bad. I will probably have a little mess about with the M16 as well. Whoa, this is what we got to worry about. The movement. There's so many of them there. But yeah, the movement's really quick and it is smooth, so definitely that is a good point for this game. The health is quite high. That's one downfall, I do think. For a game that plays this quick, having this much health is really... I don't know how it sort of holds up as well as it does, considering the health is so high. But, I mean, obviously that doesn't make too big of an issue, but I do feel like because it's like a small map, like arena style shooter, I feel like the time to kill should be a bit faster, really. But there you go. I don't know how I feel about that. This AK is doing bits right now. I'm quite enjoying using this, I must admit. I need to find health. There we go, found some health. Yeah, the movement speed is really quick on this. Don't know if it's a bit too quick, actually. Because I am fully flying around right now. Building up a little streak here, that's alright. Yeah, this game is one of them games I've not played a huge deal of, but I've played enough to know... I've got an idea of what it's about, but it is still fairly new to me. It died on me last night. You have to build a new one. Oh no, that's harsh. How did it die? Did it just go up in a cloud of smoke? One thing I will say, I feel like if you got good at this game, it would definitely be easy to wreck every lobby, just because the movement is so quick. I think if you got good at this game, it'd be so hard to hit you. Oh, I've got UAVs and stuff. Okay. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no, that was an accident. Oh well. Oh, is that a kill? Get him. Oh, nice. Wonder if I can drop a nuke here. Can you imagine? Ah, fair enough. That makes sense. Old PCs always have that moment of just going kaboom. Well, we are doing okay right now. I must admit, I didn't think I'd be doing this well. I got stuck on this rock. Let me up. Strafing seems to be the key on this. Whoa. Strafing seems to be the key on this game. As I said, I think there might yeah, very professional, mate. The movement on this is very fast. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think it's a little bit too quick, I must admit. Not even just out of personal preference, not because of my personal preference either, but because it is so fast and the time to kill is so high considering how fast the movement speed is. I just don't feel like it sort of balances out particularly well. Oh god, I've just been pistoled. I've been pistoled. Come on now. I can hear one of them drone things. I don't like that. He's dead. Map design on this seems pretty decent. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna get I won't get a huge amount of time to play a big variety of maps in this stream, but the ones I have played, I think they are fairly decent, which is good. That's always nice, having a sort of fairly good map variety and also having like playable maps. Doing bits. Right, we definitely don't want free-for-all. Definitely don't want free-for-all. I wonder how much. I wonder if you can pay, not like real money, but if you can just pay with in-game currency to buy the orm. Can you get it just with in-game currency? I'm assuming not. Oh, no, you have to actually unlock it level-wise first. Okay. Let's get rid of that for now. What is this? I've got some rewards. Yeah! Right. Okay, so I've played... that map I hadn't played before. This one I have played. This one's quite a large one, actually, compared to the other couple that I have played on this game. I'm gonna rep with the AK again. I think I might actually change that. Oh god. Accuracy doing bits. Yeah, I think the one thing that confuses me about this game is definitely the movement speed versus the time to kill. I just feel like the time to kill is way too high considering how fast the movement speed is. I don't know why they've sort of done it like that. Usually you find it's the other way around. If it's slower movement speed, you get like a higher time to kill. I'm seeing people. One bullet. Yes, there we go. Oh, he's got me. He crept up on me, he did. Overall, this game is... I mean, I've played this more than quite a lot of the Roblox FPS games. So, obviously, that straight away says that it's half decent. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have touched it. So, there's definitely going to be some odd games in this list that I haven't touched. Or I've played like once or twice and gone no. And I'm going to have to sort of revisit them and reform an opinion on them. Thank you, Harv. I'm doing my best. It's not all going to be like this, I promise you. It's going to be that I'm definitely going to be making some errors and some bad plays out here, but right now I seem to be on it, and I don't know why. Luck of the draw, I think. My shot seems to be fairly well on. I should play enforcement. I wish my shot was like this on enforcement whenever I play that. If you haven't played enforcement, Harv, I would definitely try that. Definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Roblox FPS game. And if you like Call of Duty, it's one of them that's sort of almost a COD clone, but it is also its own game, so it's really fun, and it's a very well designed game, but there is a few like issues and stuff which I will definitely get into when we end up playing that one, whenever that be. But yeah, for the minute we've got to concentrate on this beast. So yeah, movement good, but a bit fast. Map design fairly decent. The weapon, again, the time to kill, it just feels so high. Which can work, but I feel like on a game like this with like, you know, it's a more like TDM style shooter, I feel like the maps need to be really big and it needs to be a slower paced game for it to work with a high time to kill. So I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that is going to make it go down for me in the what do you call it, like in the oh, look at that, in the tier list. So this one is going to be quite interesting because it's got some good and bad points, so it's going to be interesting to see where we actually end up putting this. Remember, you guys need to be gathering your thoughts on this as well, because we need to be making this tier list together. That is the whole point of these streams going forward. So you guys need to think about what you think about these games. Think about what you think about. You guys need to think about what you like and dislike about these games and where you're going to put it on the tier list, and then we'll go from there. Where are all these people coming from? What is that? I've never had one of these before. Is this an AC-130? What? I got an AC-130. I've never had one of these before. Yeah. And I've actually got 2 guns as well. This is full COD AC-130 as well. This is a full COD style AC-130. I never expected this. I never expected that. That's insane. That is insanity. Right, so we are nearly, in all honesty, we're nearly at the end of this game. We've probably got one more round left of this, and then we'll have to pause up, have a chat, see where we fall with it, and then move on to the next game. The weapon play in this is actually really nice. The gun, I mean, I've only used the AK. I'll definitely be swapping to the M4 soon. I think I'll probably have to do that when I next die. 44, the boy, 44. We've dropped the 40. Might even be able to drop 50 or 60 here. There's time, and there's still, I don't know whether that, does that countdown go up or down the score there? Oh my goodness. Right, menu Q. Right, inventory. No, go back. How do I load up? There we go. That's how I wanted it. M4. Should I try something different? M16. That's a burst. We don't want to be trying that. That's a semi-auto. Oh, I could do the MP5. Tell you what, let's go with the MP5. Let's go, because that's going to give us a little bit of a different feel, because it's a bit more close range. Oh my god. I need to get on aim labs again, I think. Definitely need to get on aim labs again. My next question is, what do you think of Arsenal? Obviously, Eli, you mentioned to me earlier that you like Arsenal, and that's probably your favourite FPS game on Roblox. I need to ask why, because as far as I can tell, Arsenal has always been like a... Whenever I play that, because I've tried it a couple of times, and it always seems to be gun game, but then I do see, like, I've seen sort of clips and bits of people using snipers on it. Is that just in the gun game style mode, or is there actually like a... Is there like a TDM style mode that you can play? Because I need to know this. Because if there's TDM mode, then that is going to massively change up the way that I look at that game. Got a radar again. We got one of these things as well. Oh, it's itching so bad. That kill streak is a bit meh. I think the kill streaks on this are lacking a bit. From what I've seen, the 8130 was pretty decent. The radar seems okay. I think they've done a good job with the radar in terms of, because obviously on Roblox, most of the shooters on Roblox tend to either not have a mini map, or if they do, it's a not very good mini map. They tend to leave that design lacking in most of the games. It has too many people who are good. Does it really? To be fair, I have played, like I said, I played it a little bit, like over the years, because it's quite an old game. And over, like, you know, the last few years, I have played it 2 or 3 times, and it does seem that way, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. I don't know. I could be just going mental, but got me a camo. What is this? Open. Got me some supply drops and stuff. What is that? What is that? Is that AR-15 or whatever I was looking at? Or is that a completely different gun entirely? What is that? I'll just unlock. Is that a... Oh, that is a... That is a build, I'm guessing. Yeah, I see what you mean. See, again, for me, that is kind of like... I don't know how I feel. I tend to prefer being able to pick my loadout, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that, but again, initially I was gonna keep the tier list just down to like this style of shooter, where it's the where it's like your TDM or your domination, but then I've obviously decided I'm gonna go for the whole shebang. I'm gonna do the zombies ones, and I'm also gonna do like stuff like Arsenal, and I was gonna do maybe State of Anarchy or whatever. Oh, look at that, my name's up in lights. Yeah. But it's also constantly updating. Yeah, see, that's a good thing. That again, that is a... I don't know whether that should be something that we consider while making the tier list, because does that really... I mean, does that make a difference to the game itself? I guess it does if it's relatively updated. I think it's probably one of them things. If it isn't, I don't think I'm gonna let it affect my decision on like where the game goes. But I think if it is, I will definitely add that. That will sort of be a positive, I guess. So it's, yeah. This MP5 is shredding right now. I'm enjoying it, I must admit. I am admiring this weapon. The MP5 is just good though, isn't it? On whatever games you play it. Whatever games you play, the MP5 is always good. Hello? Am I lagging out? What's going on? I'm assuming that somebody talked to me, so I know it's not my stream and it is just Roblox, because that went a bit bizarrely. Resuming the stream is fine. Everything looks fine on my end from what I can see. Well, I'll just go into a game again and see what happens. Okay, yeah, it must. Okay, I'm assuming the stream is fine then. Right, so we'll finish this round off. We'll play this round, and then that will be it for this one. Come on in. I got me MP5. I am ready for you. Oh, you got me. You're good, good, good. Yeah, that's fine. It's just because the game decided it wanted to mess with my head. Yeah, I definitely think time to kill on this is a bit too high. If they slowed down the movement slightly, what the hell did I just do there? I panicked. I think if they slowed down the movement ever so slightly and then upped the time, made the time to kill quicker ever so slightly. Well, I say ever so slightly, but, you know, a little bit quicker. This could definitely be a contender for one of the best games. I mean, because other than that, really, the map design seems pretty good. Like, the game itself is fairly enjoyable. Like, I can play it quite happily, just plod along and play it. But it is that it does get a bit grating after a while, having to, like, proper lay into people with bullets. I mean, the map design seems pretty decent. Again, the kill streaks seem a bit like hit and miss. That like bomber drone thing is a little bit weird to control, but the AC-130 was good, and the radar, they've done a good job with that. As I said, it doesn't tend to be like a decent mini-map system on most Roblox FPS games, so having a UAV that sort of scans walls and stuff is probably the best way to go. So I think they've done that right, which is good. That always makes things a bit more enjoyable when you've got some good kill streaks. I don't know what is happening. Oh, MP5 level 1. Do you get attachments and stuff if you leveled guns up on this? Oh, you must do, because I got my AK as a dot sight on it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Right, let's quickly load up. Can I customize this? I can customize it. Okay, here we go. Build. CQB build. Oh, can I not change like a... Oh. I want to customize it. Go back. Oh, let me customize it. Oh, is that just the build then? Oh, look at that. I love it when they just run into you. Oh, that's not a place I can go. That's got to be a bot, surely. He was just trapped in the corner. Oh, I got an AC-130 again. Go on then. Okay. I can't even see the map. Oh, oops, that was an accident. Couldn't even see the map. That was weird. Oh no, I'm gonna die here. I just ran straight into him like an absolute wally. Nearly at the end of this game now. Not far off. mean, overall, this game definitely is a game that I will play again. It's definitely going to be a game that I will play again. I don't really doubt that. So it's definitely going to be up there on my tier list. I don't think it's going to be quite top or like very near top maybe, but I'd say it's definitely going to be in the top half at least. But then obviously it also depends on what you guys think, because obviously if you guys think this is a very, very good game, then that's the whole point of doing a tier list with you guys, because then I want to get the most accurate tier list possible. So the whole point is that if I say it goes somewhere and then everybody else is saying no, you're wrong, then obviously I've got to go with the majority, haven't I? So it's almost like a big voting system that we're going to have going on, or hopefully anyway. I should probably make a video on this game. It is actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite enjoying myself right now, running around just rocking all these people. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, I do think that the health, it's the health, it definitely lets this game down. It's not ridiculous, but it's just a bit annoying. It's just that it's ever so slightly annoying, because it's just, I feel like you have to, because the movement speed is so quick and obviously the movement's quite smooth and you like glide around everywhere, having to spend like that extra few seconds pushing a kill out, it just stops you from being able to like swing from target to target. You know, ideally you want to drop that, you know, I should have dropped that guy then with 3 or 4 bullets and then been able to swing to the next guy quickly and then swing to the next guy, but just because of how fast the movement speed is. I am excited for Easter. I must admit, I've already eaten 2 of my Easter eggs. I love an Easter egg. I love an Easter egg. Especially the Cadbury's ones, they're my favourite. I love a Cadbury's Easter egg. They are the best. I just love Cadbury chocolate in general. Like Dairy Milk and Flake and all that stuff. That is my favourite. So yeah, I've already had 2 Cadbury's Easter eggs. I ate a whole Easter egg tonight, actually, before I come on stream with my dinner. So that was probably not the best idea, because now I am absolutely stuffed up to my neck in chocolate, but it was worth it. Oh. Oh, that was a full just spam the corner and do my best there. That wasn't great. Okie dokie, we still won. So that was Combat Arena. Combat Arena is one of them games. I need to get my ring light sorted out, because this is getting silly now. So yeah, that was Combat Arena. Combat Arena is, it's a good game. Not quite sure where I'm going to put it on the tier list. Not yet, anyway. Obviously, we don't have to worry about that until a bit further along in the stream, because we're going to... The idea is I'm going to play sort of, like I said, I'll play 2 or 3 different Roblox games. And then at the end, we'll spend sort of 10-15 minutes at the end of the stream, and we'll sit down and have a chat about where they go on the tier list. I will give you an idea of what the tier list is looking like. So at the minute, this is what we are looking at. So these are our tiers. Oh dear, I have just realized I have put that in the wrong place. Oops. Very professional streamer, as I said. This is what the tier list is currently looking like. I don't know if to add any more tiers into it, but for the minute I feel like I've got that pretty spot on. There's like, maybe I need another tier in the middle here. In the middle here, or between meh and never again. Maybe I need just like an awful tier. I feel like the god tier is obviously just going to be our best game. Actually, I don't know how we're going to do that, but well, we're going to tier them up and see what's what. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If we need to add extra tiers in, then we will. For the minute, we are just going to crack on and get a couple of games in. We'll try and get the first 2 or 3 in, see where you land on them, see where I land on them, and then we'll go from there, I guess. So next game to play, obviously Combat Arena is one of the games that I have played before, so fairly well versed in it. Not played a huge amount of it, but I've played enough to know what I'm doing in it. So the next game, ideally I'd like to play something that I haven't played a lot of, or haven't played at all. So I think I am going to go with let's have a look. I'm gonna go with, you know what, I'm gonna go with Arsenal. Let's go with Arsenal for Eli. Just for Eli, we'll go with Arsenal. Again, like I said, haven't played this game a great deal. I've played the odd games here, there, and sort of everywhere. I haven't sort of sat down and grinded it, so I don't actually know what this is going to be like. It could be dreadful. Right, so what have we got here? So we've got an update log. As he said, there's been updates and stuff. Well, I've got to change back. Oh, oops. Excuse me. Right. So each elimination or assist will give you a new weapon. Okay. And we have gone straight in with a death. Right, okay. Oh, is there no... Can I menu on this? How do I menu? Ah, right. Is there settings? Settings. If we want on 90, obviously. Display graphics. I don't care about input. Can I not change my... I want to change my controller. Not my controller. I want to change my sense. What's going on? Right, okay, here we go. Right, I'm in. Have I got... Can I mute people, everyone? I want to mute everyone, please. I don't know if my voice chat is on. First thing, I can't ADS. That is a no-no from me, not being able to ADS. Why is that? Did I just get a kill? Yes, I did. Stake launcher. I don't know what the hell this gun is. Oh, I just got him. Please tell me I've got something half decent now. M40 with a toggle aim. We love toggle aim. I don't like toggle aim. The toggle aim is not my cup of tea. No sprinting either. Right. Well, that was interesting. First impressions. We'll call them first impressions because it's been a while since I played this. Railgun Royale. I mean, I don't know what I'm voting for here. First impressions, no sprint, toggle ADS, no ADS on the shotgun, at least on that one gun. I mean, it's...
Kill them all. Make them suffer.
Yeah, straight away, I feel like that needs to be updated. I feel like you need sprint. I feel like a game not having sprint just makes it feel so old. I think. And then ADS as well is another one. If you ain't got ADS, that puts me right off. Gameplay. Gameplay wise, I've always assumed Arsenal was great because I know a lot of people play it and I haven't played it. Well, I don't play it enough to sort of say for myself no, but it doesn't feel particularly good. There we go, getting used to the sense a little bit more now. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's... Do you know what this is giving me? This is giving me the typical, like... It's giving me typical Roblox shooter. Like, when you scroll through all the shooters that no one plays, where you can't... Like, it's just, you can't sprint, and it's literally all just this. It's bunny hopping. It's all about just bunny hopping and hip firing. And in all honesty, that is not my cup of tea. Eli, you need to come out here and start defending this game, my friend, because this is... I'm not giving it the best light right now. I would like to be able to change my sense as well, because right now... I would like to be able to change my sense right now because it feels a bit high. Yeah, it's a little bit too quick. Oh, I'm doing some killing though. Loads of killings. Not being able to ADS is such a pain though. My god, that guy absolutely slapped. I don't play it how it used to. Yeah. Right, I see. Loads of killings. What? I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna click on that one and that one. Cool. I see what you mean. I mean, for me, this is definitely going to be low on the tier, I think. At least that's my first impression. That is my first impression, but I will have to play a couple of games to see. It does feel better made than, obviously I compared it to like them, you know, the generic Roblox shooters that you find if you scroll through and find the shooters that no one's playing. They're all like no sprint and stuff. It feels a bit better than that. Like, it does feel smooth, but banana gun. Okay, that's cool. I must admit I like that. Why have I got a banana gun? Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Kind of feels like CS. Like, I feel like I'm trying to... What's it? What do they call it? Like the strafing or whatever. Give me my banana. It does feel quite smooth. Weapons don't feel like they have any recoil. Oh yes, there we go. Oh no, how have I missed him there? Wow, that was definitely not good from me right there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, this one might be one of them ones that is a bit of an anomaly. Because it's not my cup of tea. It feels like... It seems fairly decent. It seems okay. But it's not my cup of tea. And I do feel like it feels like an outdated shooter. If you get what I mean. It feels its age because of the way it's like... Again, no sprint. No loadouts. I know it's not that sort of game with loadouts, but it just feels like they could have done more with it. Feels lacking. I don't know. I don't know how to... This is going to be a tricky one, I think. Did I get him or did I just immediately died? It would appear that the people that are playing this do not play anything else. I haven't made a kill for ages. I would like to change my sense on this as well. That is starting to grate on me a little bit. This guy is doing my nutting. Go away. I flicked way too far because of bloody sense. Oh my god, the sense is killing me here. I keep hitting people with a shotgun from 4 feet away and they're not dying. Finally! Finally! I'm off for that shotgun. Windicator. What is that? Oh, what the hell have I got here? Yeah, it feels a bit outdated to me, I think. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that this is like... You could say that this is like one of them games that the people that found it when it initially come out obviously just carried on playing it. I personally, I'm not feeling the yeah, I'm not feeling the no sprint, no ADS. I mean, the movement speed is fairly quick, so that is a plus. So at least you're not, it doesn't feel like you're using hours and hours to like navigate every map, which is good. I think.
You got his head.
Oh my god, I got his head. So that's one good thing. I still feel like I prefer a sprint system though. And I feel like ADS, again, I know it's an old game, but ADS just feels like one of them things that just needs to be... That's like a standard now, even on Roblox, I'd say. Like, there's so many Roblox shooters now that are ultra realistic, or like, if they're not ultra realistic, they're still doing things like ADS and kill streaks and all that other stuff. I think that kind of has to be a norm, and it's kind of sad that they haven't updated this to that point, but there you go. I mean, for me personally, I would put this down on the list. Wouldn't quite be I'd never play again, but it's definitely like meh. Definitely meh. Oh my god. How did not one of them shots hit him? Ah! My god, man. I got 3 kills in that. 3. Awful. Awful. I'm dying on my backside right now. Give me shotguns only. Don't know what this is. This is going to be the last round, I think. I don't think we need to see much more of this. I suppose that is probably one good thing about this game. From the standpoint of if you are a beginner. I think if you're a beginner, this game would be quite easy to get the hang of very quickly. Because obviously you don't have to worry about unlocking guns and stuff. You don't have to worry about loadouts. You don't have to worry about obviously all of the mechanics and stuff because there's no ADS and because there's no ADS and because there's no sprint and like there's not like a movement meta. You just, what you see is what you get. You just move. I think that is probably a good point for it. Could be a fairly good way of new players, or I say new players, like people that are sort of brand new to FPS games, could be good for them to mess about with. I'm trying to peek that guy. One thing I hate about not having ADS, gunfights like that at range, especially with the crosshair that is sort of dynamic and actually moves when you fire.
Wow, you blew his brains out. Nice.
I got a snowball. I got a snowball. Why is there snowballs on this? You. No, come on. You can't be telling me a snowball is a 2-hit kill. Wasn't even 2, it's 3. Oh my god, I'm absolutely mortified. Hey. Hey. No. Yeah, I think for me, this is going to be a bit lower down than Combat Arena. Wowza Rooney. Die! Stop giving me that Windows sound. That's so annoying. It's just making me feel absolutely ruined every time I hear that. This guy clearly mains this game. Why is a snowball not 1-hit kill when it's a throwable? What is that? How can it not be a 1-hit kill? Because it's essentially a throwing knife. It's like the same mechanic, I guess you'd say. Like, you throw it and you hit it. It doesn't explode. It doesn't, like, do any splash damage or anything. It's like, has to be a hit. Surely it's a 1-hit kill. Thank you. Right. We got a G3 of a scope. Gotcha. Got him. Yes. Oh, it's this thing again. What is this? Oh my god, this guy is a nightmare. I'm glad this is the last game. But no, I mean, not... Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite game in the world. Not, I wouldn't say it's particularly bad, but it's not exactly good either. Way. Right. Now we're gonna have to go. No worries, Harv. Thanks for joining in the stream. I'm sure I will see you later. Have a nice evening. Right. Well, that was Arsenal. Not gonna lie, that isn't as good as I remember it being. See you later. That is definitely not as good as I remember it being. I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. That one's going to be an interesting one. That is definitely going to be one for discussion. I think we need to... I'm going to need your guys' help with that one. I think it's probably, for me personally, I would put it lower just because... Yeah, see, again, it's weird because it's not trying to be like a TDM Dom style shooter. It's not trying to be like, you know, it's its own game. So I can't really judge it against TDM shooters for not having loadouts and stuff like that. That's going to be a really odd one to do. But yeah, I mean, because again, the gameplay is a bit weird, but it's not bad. It's just not what I'm used to and not what I sort of like. Obviously, I like having sprint. I like having ADS. Is that necessarily a bad thing that it doesn't have that? I'd say ADS would be nice. Sprinting, again, I feel like sprinting and ADS it should have. I don't feel like that'd make much difference to the game. Gameplay wise itself, I think it feels quite smooth, but at the same time there is obviously just note like the snowballs, for instance. Straight away I noticed like that should have been, they should have been one hit kill, considering headshots is one hit kill for everything else. Like that's a throwable, but it's not splash damage throwable like a grenade or like a, you know, something like that. So it's a bit weird. Right, so what are we going to do now? That is the big question. So at the minute, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you this. I've just clicked on the wrong scene. Obviously, I am a consummate professional. I'm a consummate professional. We know this by now. So yeah, this is a tier list. Obviously, at the minute, we've got Enforcement, Entrenched, Gunfight Arena, Infection Gunfight, Michael Zombies, Airsoft Battles and Airsoft FE, Arsenal Bad Business, Combat Arena, Combat Surf, Deadline, I think that one's called, Dogs of War, Energy Assault, Frontlines, Glare, Corrupt Zombies, Recoil, Reminiscent Zombies, and Weird Gun Game. Those are the games that I've got on my list so far. If you guys have any that I've missed off that list that I need to try and play and we need to rate, then make sure you let me know. So I'm thinking I might go for a little zombies run after this. As of right now, I am going to take a 5-minute break, but when I get back, I think I might do a little zombies run because we've done a game that I've played a lot of, or a fair amount of, that I'm fairly familiar with. We played one that I'm not familiar with. I think maybe we should change it up and play one slightly different, I guess. So we play a zombies one. That might be the way forward. That might be the way we have to sort of go about doing the streams every week. So obviously start on one that I've played or I'm familiar. Start on one that I'm familiar with, then we go to one that I'm not familiar with, and then we finish on like a zombies or like a battle royale or something else, depending on what you guys send in. Obviously, I'm still updating my list of games that I need to add. And I guess you guys need to keep sending me stuff that I haven't played yet either. Yeah, but for me, I think the zombies one's going to be a nice way to push through for a bit. Or do we do... What time is it? It's 8:30. I reckon I can get away with one more arena FPS game, I reckon. So why don't we... I'll tell you what, let's pick one out of the list, and then we'll go back to the list. Let's pick one out of the list, and then we will go from... We'll play a few rounds of one of these, and then we'll play a zombies after that. So I think tonight... I think the zombies game I'll play tonight... Or is... Oh, see, I don't know. I want to play all three of them. At the minute, I think the 3 zombies games I've got are Reminiscence, Corrupt, and Michael Zombies. I will probably... Ooh, I don't know which one to go for. I think I'll probably go for Reminiscence, because I've only played a couple of rounds of that. And the map... I played an hour the other day, and that was actually quite fun. So I think I'll maybe play Reminiscence after the break. I think right now, what FPS game should we play? Again, should I go with something slightly different? I could go with an airsoft game, because that's not strictly like a normal first-person shooter. That's slightly different. Energy Assault is different. I mean, or we could go Entrenched. That was one that I was thinking. Who knows? But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and think about it. And you guys think about it. Let me know what you want me to play. If you've got something specific in mind that you want to see me play right now, right here, right now. I'll happily play one that you suggest, as long as obviously I haven't played it already. The good thing is today we are on the start of the tier list video, or tier list video, on the start of the tier list streams, or at the start of making the tier list. So I need to remember that my camera's there as well. That's one thing that I keep forgetting. But yeah, so if you want to see me play something specific, now is the time to do it, because we've only played Combat Arena and Arsenal, so I will play anything that isn't them two. So yes, I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. There he is, and he's now unmuted his mic. For some reason, the camera's here. For some reason, is really blurry. Don't know why it's not focusing on me, but I'm sure it will sort itself out eventually. Right, so as I said, we'll probably try and play. I'm going to play a bit of Entrenched. Where is Entrenched? So we're going to play some Entrenched and we're going to judge Entrenched. So let's customize. I don't need to do it. Right. Oh, oops. I'll go on this one. I'm not too fussed which team I'm on. I want to. Right, so I've got to pick a weapon. Is there a way? Camera. E. There we go. First person. Right, here we go. So, Entrenched is one of them games that I have not played. Oh, where am I getting shot from? This is one of them games that I have not played. Rah. The ADS sense is particularly low. Oh my god, I've fallen down a hole. Falling down a hole. Help. 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 I'm out. Oh, you got to kill. Oh, I'm stuck in a hole again. Minus 10 points for getting stuck in a hole. Okay, I see them. They're all over on that hill. Oh, I need to reload. Oh no. I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. Right, here we go. Let's see if I can do a little bit of flanking action right now. Whoa. No, I got absolutely wrecked. Right. Can we... Right, settings. Here we go. Aim sensitivity. Oh, okay. We'll try 50. That feels a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling this sight that I'm using right now. Not feeling this sight at all. Looks wise, the game is... It doesn't look particularly good, I must admit. Stop spraying at me, you plonker. Keep spraying at me and I'm not able to aim and... There we go, I got hit. Right, here we go. There's a nice headshot. Oh, I've been done. I wonder if you can do like sniper scope on this. Class. Here we go, class. Right, there we go. That's what we want. Recon. That's what we want. Get me a scope version of this weapon. I don't know what just happened there. What is this? It like alternates between full scope and an iron sight, but like iron sight attached to the scope. Hit detection feels a little bit funny. God. I feel like the hit detection is not very good. I'm wondering if there's like gravity or something like that. Maybe I have to lead the target. Oh god. Quick. Ah, no. Reload. Oh. Okay, that was really odd. Oh, go away. I'm really confused right now. How do I... Gotcha. How do I differentiate between these two scopes? Because... Right, let's push. Let's push. Let's see if we can get the objective here. Yeah, first... I could say first impression. I played this game once or twice before. Like, literally once. It feels like a decent game in terms of the movement feels okay. It's a little bit clunky, sort of what you'd expect from a Roblox shooter. The weapons feel a bit meh. Hit detection feels a bit meh. Oh my god. Whoa, I did not realize that there were so many there. What is going on? Yeah, the hit detection feels a little bit rough. Must admit. The sense is okay. I don't know what to think about this one. It feels okay, but it also feels like really bad, but it sort of feels like it's good at the same time. I don't know. Obviously, the good thing about this game is look at the size of the map. It feels like there's I'll tell you what we can do. Oh. Reducing graphics. Right, let's see what happens here. Right, okay. See, the hit detection here feels... Can you stop shooting at me, please? Can you stop shooting at me, please? Thank you. Oh my god, I'm about to die, aren't I? It feels like... Whoa. It feels like, yeah, it feels like the hit detection is really bad, I must admit. Can we not be doing this, please? Right, that is really irritating. What am I pressing here? This. What am I pressing here? That's... I don't understand how this iron sight thing's working. That is a bit annoying, I must admit. God. Oh my god, there's so many there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to like this game because, like I said, I've tried it once before and it was quite... I found it fairly fun. And I still think it is. I don't think it's necessarily... Oh, my neck. I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's... I feel like it could be a fun game to mess about on. I don't think it's up there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's up there in terms of best games. However, I will say, like I said, it does feel like it's quite fun. Oh, get out. Get out. I need to get behind this house quick. There we go. It works okay. Yeah, no worries, Eli. Take it easy, my guy. Take it easy. Thanks for jumping in the stream. I appreciate it, sir. And I'm hoping I'll see you soon. Mate, this guy is just absolutely wrecked me right now. The spawning in the same location is getting a bit annoying. I would like to spawn a bit further up, in all honesty. Oh, nice. This guy spraying at me is getting annoying. Good, he's moved, finally. Oh my god, team! Team! Where's my team? Oh, this is a bit more built up. This feels better. Well, I'm pleased because we've managed to get 3 games in so far, so we'll definitely get a 4th in after this one. Oh, that like whole screen shake thing is a bit annoying, I must admit. Oh, that was nice. Nice little double kill there. One thing that's annoying me is I keep forgetting to change. I keep forgetting. I recently downloaded that thing that allows you to get like to clip vertical clips in OBS, and the thing that annoys me about it is I set it all up and it's all on and working nice and that. I just keep forgetting to actually clip stuff. Oh god, they're all in front of me now, and that is where I forgot. That is where I forgot. Bloody hell, to reload. Oh god almighty. But that, I set up the vertical clip thing in OBS and I keep forgetting to save clips, which is really annoying because sometimes I get these little clips. I think, oh, that'd be good for a short. I'll save that later. And I need to save it now. Right now. What is an illumination flare? Got myself a nice little spot here, hopefully. I'm sure I was on his head then. Ah, there we go. Ho 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 ho. Will you stop doing that? That's really annoying. Gotcha. I've actually made some kills though. That's fine. That's what we want to see. Need to reload. He was literally stood completely still and I balls that up. Aha. I think I've sussed out the aiming on this. Okay, so I think it feels like what you have to do to get headshots is you have to aim slightly lower than the head. So you basically got a neck shot him. Oh, God almighty. What gun was he using? Well, let's have a look. See if we can change class. What we got? Did it tell you what gun you got? Okay, let's deploy with this. Okay. So it would appear that the LMG is... Oh, God. Oh, I'm stuck again. I don't like this. That is a real big problem. That whole... Oh. Hang on a minute. I ain't got a spade. Oh, you can dig. I see. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. That makes more sense. I don't really want to be standing behind him while he's trying to dig to the other side of the world, though. But that is... Okay, that makes sense. That is sick. Okay, that would make sense to why the spade's there. And that would also make sense to why there's holes everywhere. I need to get up to this house. My guy is under there, like, trying to dig all the way across the map, though. Come on, reload that. Reload that LMG, boy. Need to reload now. Need to reload now. Okay, I must admit I'm actually having a bit of fun on this game. It looks bad. It looks bad. It feels not the best, but it's open world. Yeah, it's actually quite amusing. God, I'm actually gonna die here. Where exactly am I taking hits from? Whoa, I'm taking big hits there. Right, we got to ask the question now. How long is 17 minutes left? Right, I'm going to play until that timer on the right there. Top right is 120. I'm going to play that until that's 0. And then we're going to jump onto the next game because otherwise we'll spend all night playing this. But overall, it's a weird one, this one. Because again, like, how do we judge it? Do we judge it by how enjoyable the games are? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that's got to have some impact on whether they're good or not. However, obviously, we can't just say, because in all honesty, the weapon play in this is not the best. The weapon play in this is not the best. Like, the graphics aren't the best. The movement's not exactly great or anything special. Like, I'd say it's very basic. Like, the main thing is that you get a nice large map to play in. But in all honesty, I don't see this game being up there in like the great ones. But again, it's a weird one. Okay, that timer's done now. Whoa. Right, end of this life. I'm going proper Warzone style on this. I don't mean Warzone as in COD Warzone. I mean Warzone as in I'm like holding this position like a pro. Holding it to the last man. Oh, this is better. And he's dead. Right. We're going to leave entrenched there. What is going on in my camera? Why is it having such a hard time focusing on me? Sorry, I gotta have a look at this. I nearly just fell over.
So hooked on a show that one episode's never enough? Disney Plus has you covered. Stream every season of Grey's Anatomy, right up to the latest episode, and the
How bizarre.
emergencies just keep on coming in Blue Lights drama 911.
For some reason, my camera's decided like it just doesn't want to focus on me in this spot, which is really odd.
Turns out to be a crime-solving genius. All these dramas and more.
I'm actually concerned as to why it's doing that, because it's very obviously you can see the back there is quite well focused around like the picture. I don't know what. Yeah, it's just quite blurry for some reason. Well, to be fair, it's all right. I'll have to sort that out. I'm going to assume it's because I don't know if it's removed it or what. A second ago, it just like focused on my face a bit more, but that's confusing. Anyway, right, so back to the matter in hand. So what have we done now? We've done combat arena. Sorry, combat arena. We've done entrenched and we've done Arsenal. Arsenal's definitely the worst out of the 3 games that I've played today. I think it's not really. I wouldn't say it's particularly enjoyable. I mean, obviously it depends if that's a type of game or not. I think entrenched is okay. It's definitely enjoyable. It's just it's a bit clunky. I feel like it could do some updates and stuff to just make it a bit more like fluid and make the movement a bit better. But I think on the whole, that's a fairly enjoyable game. Combat Arena is probably the best out of the 3 in terms of the movement is definitely the best. Gunplay feels better than both Arsenal and entrenched. Again, I had some reservations about the time to kill and the movement speed, thinking that they could both basically be nerfed a little bit. So movement speed slower and then the time to kill actually like increased. But yes, apart from that, all 3 games are sort of okay, which is good. I mean, there's not been one tonight yet that I've been like, oh no, that's horrific, which is good. So the next one we're gonna do, we have a choice. We've got Michael zombies, reminiscent zombies, or corrupt. So I'm gonna go with this absolute beast. This is reminiscence zombies. So this is basically a COD zombies clone. I know I need to quickly do my... I needed to... That's fine. Interact, flashlight, H, sprint left, shift, dive. So controls are fine. Settings, preferences. Okay, here we go. We can turn the music down. We can turn the music down. I think I could probably turn my stream beats up ever so slightly, because it's a bit quiet, isn't it? Turn that down a little bit. Oh, I really low crosshair dot. I like a little crosshair dot. We like a green crosshair. There's a lot of settings on this. Okay. Graphics. We can leave that as it is. That's fine. Field of view 90. That's third person. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. But we'll leave that as it is. Mobile. Right. So there's no. The only thing that I'm not seeing here is. The only thing I'm not seeing here is... Oh, sensitivity. Okay, here we go. That's what I wanted. The only thing... I'm not seeing here is actually like a standard sense. I've only got ADS. Right, okay, well, that's fine. Right, okay, so I knew I needed to sort of slightly change that up. I'm hoping you can do that in game, but we'll see. So we've got some good variety of maps on this, which is wicked. I haven't played any of them, I don't actually think, apart from the Octagonal Ascension, which I played about maybe an hour long game of it. That probably wasn't even that long, probably about 30 minutes I played of it, and that was quite fun. I don't know what we got. So we got 5. What town? Fast Depot is going to be like the survival of the transit version. Kino. Get extra bonus XP and stuff. I did play it on original as well. Kind of want to play it on hard to see how it is. Oh, we could join a server, so let's go. We're going to go into a round 65 server. How is this going to go down? If I have to sit here and wait for the round to be over, okay. I need to find a box. There be the box. Hey. I can see the box. Right, so there we go. Right, we're straight in. Haha. Okay. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, the question with the zombies games is how do we rank them? Because obviously they're not strictly FPS games, are they? So it's a bit weird to... It's a bit weird to sort of try and put them in a category of FPS games, but I don't know. Don't know what else to do, because they are FPS games, strictly speaking. Stamina up. I need Jug. Jug is over there. Right, here we go. This is where we're going to see how running around these goes. Oh, yeah, you can run around them. The guns feel pretty good on this so far. I mean, they do feel like Roblox Zombies games, which is kind of typical, I guess. I need to get that Jug. I think I'm going to have to go up and then down again. I think I'm going to have to go up and down again. Right, and then we're going to have to go back. Lost a bit of health there. I need to regenerate some. Was joining this late in the day a mistake? No! Oh dear. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh no, how do I leave this? I'm guessing I can't leave this mid. What's that doing? Oh, I'm actually like turning my character with a button. That was an accident, but... Right, well... That was a mistake doing it that way. What we're going to do is we're going to jump in. I'll probably jump in town because that's an easy one to mess about with. I'll probably jump in town because that's an easy one to mess about with, and then we'll go from there. But I'll jump in. I think I'll jump in one. So we'll go town, and then we'll jump in one that's a low round. There we go. That'll do. We'll join that one. That's round 3. A couple of people in it. So we'll be able to get straight into it without having to muck around. Let's spectate. Well, this one's interesting. I don't know what this person's doing. Don't res them there, you loon. Oh my god, it there. I wanna unchat. I wanna unchat. Right, what do we need? 500. Okay, right. Box is in there. Where's that? Here we go, right. Oh, does that mean I get some points? There we go, we're in. Right, I just want to get myself a weapon to start with. I need to get some weapons so I can actually judge what this game is like. So I need to see what weapons. I mean, so far I've had the Executioner, which is not the best. Okay, we got the worst dot sight in history. Okay. I did actually make a short on this game. And I had the Vector while I was playing and making that short, and the Vector was pretty good, the iron sight. This, however, does appear to be absolutely awful. Love the artwork there as well. That's quite cool. Loving the artwork. But yes, this game so far I'm impressed. As with like I say, a lot of, there's not a lot of them. There's only about 2 or 3 that I've found so far of these like COD Zombies clones, and they, all 3 of them so far have actually been pretty well made. This one at first glance seems to be, I guess, the worst of the 3. Oh, I don't know. I'll say this, actually no, this is probably the second in my opinion at the minute. I think probably wants a bit of work, but all right, let's go and reuse that random Boxio. We'll be definitely looking to be picking up a Juggernaut Perkio. Oh God. There you go. Ow, they're all blowing up. Why do they all blow up? I know why they blow up. They've gone into the lava, but I mean, why do they blow up? As in, why do they have to blow up? Why did they make that a thing? Not a fan of the blowing up. That's so annoying on town. It always was on Call of Duty as well. Right, we've got the old atomic kaboomio. Right, let's pick another gun. I want something full auto, so I can judge. That is what we want. Oh, nice iron sight, to be fair. Not sure. Okay, so you got an MP5 there as well. All right. Do you want the MP5 instead of the P90? I mean, that's got a bit of a weird thing, so we'll go with that. This. Okay, I like the iron sight on this. That's pretty cool. Ouch. Wow, now I can't see for about 4 years. That's always cool. I mean, to be fair, first, what have we done, like 10-15 minutes of this now? Movement feels good. Obviously, they've just gone with like the traditional sort of like wannabe COD clones sort of style movement. So the movement's quite fluid, really. It's quite nice. They've got a little stamina bar down the bottom there. Like, the weapons feel quite nice as well. The weapons feel pretty good. I mean, cannot grumble at that. They feel like, again, good for a Roblox game. Like, good, just good. Full stop, really. They feel quite nice to use. The ones I picked up. The P90 was a bit irritating. P90 was a little bit irritating. Oh God. What is this one? Banana Cloder. Don't want that. What's that? Double tap, double damage in it. Oh, STG. Okay. Okay, the sight on this is a bit weird, but still looks pretty nice, actually. Oh, there's a little bit more recoil on this one. Got some runners in here now. Oh, the recoil was actually quite high on this. That's not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting it to be really controllable. Oh my god. Actually, at full auto, this is... At full auto, this is actually pretty difficult. Interesting. Let's try the... oh, never mind. It's been gone. We want to get sleight of hand. I'm imagining at some point that's going to be 3,000. Yes, it is. Is that the STG there? Oh, that's the AK. You can get the AK. Interesting. Okay, well, so far, I mean, so good for this. The movement is quite nice. The weapons feel pretty decent. Like, there's actually some recoil on this, which makes it a lot more interesting. I mean, it does get a bit boring when you have guns that just don't have like any recoil whatsoever, because obviously it just makes it so easy. Whoa. Can't see. But yeah, this so far, I'm actually very impressed with this. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I got so excited then. Oh, come on now. God. Oh my god, teammates save me there. Right players faster, get a chance at something on solo. That's all I saw with that. Doesn't help that I can't see anything. Right, so right now... Not entirely sure why that didn't buy. Try again. There we go. There we go. We got it. Got speed cola. Right. Where's this box? Box is over there. Is it still in that back cupboard? So I got the hammer, but I definitely need to get this. I need to try and find the... Oh, no, that is not particularly nice. To be fair, though, yeah, weapons feel really good on this. I must admit. I'm actually quite surprised at how sort of nice they feel. They're not incredible, but they do feel nice. Like, they look a bit weird, but they sort of complement the look of the game itself. They sort of complement the look of the game itself, so it's actually quite cool. Back to MP5. I managed to get myself the old Jugger Goat as well, so I've got sleight of hand, jug. What's this banana colada thing? I need to know what this is. Right, here we go. What is banana colada? 20% faster. Oh, it's soft slider. Oh, okay. So basically when you slide faster and and you leave a trail. Oh dear, that's interesting. Oh, they have Muleo Kikio on here as well. Interesting. Alright, let's go and have a look then, shall we? What is that? Is that the Sigia, whatever it's called? Yes, 12. Yeah. Is that... What is that? That's just a jukebox, I'm guessing. That isn't actually a perk machine. I got excited for no reason there. Hello. So it looks like they've really sort of gone to town on this. 2 grams of stamina. Looks like they've sort of really gone to town on this. No pun intended. I just realised what I said. But it looks like they've sort of gone heavy on the... You know, like they're making it as close to town, I guess, but with their own twist, which is really cool. And amazingly, there's like 10 or 11 maps on this. So it actually, I'm really looking forward to playing this game again, I must admit. I will definitely 100% be playing this. So this has got to go high up in the tiers of as the zombies games go. That's definitely got to go high up in the tiers. Obviously, I can't necessarily comment because I haven't played any of the other maps apart from that one that I played a minute ago. However, if this one is anything to judge by, and the last one is anything to judge by, I'm going to assume that the maps are going to be pretty good. It looked, like I said, it looked like they had Kino on there. The trouble with zombies games is, I mean, I'm a professional. So I am not going to die. And this stream will just go on forever and ever and ever. But no, in all seriousness, this is particularly good. I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying this thoroughly, and I'm 100%. I will 100% be playing this again. I want to know. I'm wondering, because you've got weapon levels. In the bottom right there, there's weapon levels. I'm wondering now, is there customization for weapons? Can you get dot sights and then, you know, scopes and stuff? Because if you can, that is going to add a whole nother level of wow to this. And it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if that is a thing. Oh, you rotten git. You absolute rotten git. P90, let's see what we got. We need to find another gun. So I'm probably going to play another... Oh, ACR, okay. Not a particularly nice iron sight. I don't like... So with these sorts of games where the guns aren't overly realistic looking, like they are pretty good looking, but they're not like overly realistic looking. I don't like it when they do these ring sights. I prefer it if they don't have like the ring over the top, so they just have that little point in the middle, say like the sort of U shape with a little point, or like a W shape. So you just have like the 2 lines either side, and then like the pin in the middle. I mean, this one, the hammer, that sight is actually really clean, I must admit. But again, as it's not my preferred style of sight on a game like this, but it is nice. Overall, though, I'm very impressed with this. We'll 100% be playing again, and this is, I personally would like to put this high up on the tiers, but it just depends on what you guys think. And I'm kind of hoping you guys agree, because for me, this game is straight away making me want to play more. I'll be honest, I do not want to get off this. I want to carry on playing, but I'm going to have to stop it. I'm going to have to stop soon, because otherwise this stream will be going on and on. And that was not in the plan. I also want to try the high difficulty as well. I want to see what the difference is. Something tells me that the difference is going to be astronomical. I've got a feeling the difference is going to be that the zombies will be rapid quick and have a lot more health, is what I'm thinking. I want a PPSH. Give me a PPSH. Oh, it's a one-hit kill. Give me another sniper. It's gonna be the DSR. Make a multiplayer. Make a multiplayer with this DSR like that. That is sick. Oh my god, if they made a oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in love a bit. I am a little in love. I'm a little in love. I want them to make a multiplayer with a sniper. That DSR feels lovely. I'm not gonna keep using it and sit here and keep going with it, because otherwise I'll end up just sitting here sniping the whole time. That's not gonna be good. Oh, the AK's there, isn't it? I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try the AK. Because that was off the wall. And that was $4.5 grand. To which I now have just about enough to get. So, yoink. My guy had exactly the same idea as me. Looks wise, this AK actually looks... I don't know why. I'm liking the look of it, actually. The sight is really... I think it's because it's very slimline with the ADS. It looks like very skinny. Don't know why that makes a difference, but I just feel like it looks really nice. I mean, this is the town strategy, isn't it? Or at least, this is the town strategy until you get overrun. Then you just start running laps. But oh, this AK is really nice. I know I've said it already, but I'm so impressed with this. It feels like a really nice game, and it feels like they've put time into making this. I feel like, considering how many zombies seem to be in the map here, it doesn't seem to be struggling with lag or anything like that. Which is quite impressive, really. I know one of the other zombies games that I've played seems to have a bit more of an issue with the lag. But the other game is called Michael Zombies, and it's a really great game, but it's a bit jittery, especially in the higher rounds, and you don't get that like big number of zombies spawning in. And then the hit detection also feels a little bit wanting on that game, whereas this one, it feels like it's pretty solid. It actually feels like an updated version almost. Hello Jordan, how are we doing today? I haven't even got enough to pack a punch. We're going to be probably another couple of rounds, and we are going to be leaving this one. We're going to jump on the tier list. We'll be jumping on the tier list and ranking 4. Sorry, not 5. We played 4. We're ranking the 4 that we have played. And in case you missed, I'm assuming you've missed a bit because you have only just popped in. Tonight I have played Combat Arena, Arsenal, Entrenched. Should I play another one? No, that was it. Yeah, Combat Arena, Arsenal, Entrenched, and now this, which is Reminiscence Zombies, which is basically a Call of Duty Zombies clone, and I am highly impressed with it because they have about 10 to 15 maps. I didn't count exactly how many, but there was a lot of maps. And yeah, I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm all the better for seeing you. I hope you're having a good week, or had a good week. I had a really long week. Annoyingly, I didn't get a chance to record a video this week, so that is going to be a tomorrow and Monday job. But yeah, apart from that, doing good. Just trying to survive the hordes of zombies trying to kill me right now. And looking forward to seeing what you guys think of these games that I've played. Because again, for me, this one's definitely... This is probably the favourite of the games that I've played this evening. I want to see if I can get Pack-a-Punch just to see what it looks like. Come on. Bring me Pack-a-Punch. Ow. Oh no, I'm dead. I got all of one shot with it, one kill. Right. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to get a feel for that, see what it's like Pack-a-Punch. And it is pretty much your typical COD Pack-a-Punch. So... Oh, that's a window I'm trying to go through. That's never going to work, is it? I'm standing there thinking, why can't I get out of it? Yeah, I mean, this is your typical COD Pack-a-Punch, isn't it? Same sound, same everything. So yeah, this one's been pretty good. But we are, unfortunately, we're going to leave it there. So that is the traditional Call of Duty Zombies Pack-a-Punched gun sound. That is exactly what that is. So they haven't even changed that up. So right, anyway, where we're at is, this is the exciting part. This is the bit that we've been waiting for. This is the bit of the stream that I have been most excited about. Here we go. Are you ready? Right, so I have pre-prepped this little bad boy. Bang. So, we're not going to be ranking all of these games right now, right here. What we're actually going to be doing is just ranking the 4 tonight that I have played. And then if we decide to move them in the future, we can. But we're going to just rank the 4 now that I've played tonight. And then next Saturday, we're going to be ranking the 4 that I play then. And then we're going to carry on like that every Saturday. We're going to be ranking them and talking about them together. You guys are going to help me place them on the tier list. And so the whole point of this is that we get a more accurate tier list. And the reason for that is because, as I said before, the trouble with tier lists is most people make them in videos, and they then tend to, obviously you make the video, people watch it and go, that one should be there, that one should be there, that one should be there. But then obviously the tier list doesn't change. Whereas in this scenario, you guys have the power to talk to me and tell me what you want in terms of, if I think a game is awesome, and you guys, like, you know, the majority of you guys are turning around and saying, well, no, actually that game is awful, then obviously we've got to discuss that and meet in the middle. So here, what do we play? So the first game we played was Combat Arena. So thoroughly enjoyed it. I say thoroughly, I enjoyed it. Good game. Like I said when I was playing it, movement speed's a little bit I think the movement speed's a little bit too fast and the time to kill is a little bit too slow. So you're running around like ridiculously quick, but then it's taking so long to kill people. It doesn't quite feel right. I feel like they need to either do slower movement, either do faster time to kill, or a little bit of both to sort of balance it out so you can sort of dart around and kill people a little bit quicker. Apart from that, kill streaks seem a little bit meh. They're a little bit they're all right, but they're good, but they're not like the best. The weapon play is good. I like the weapon play. Obviously apart from the time to kill, I feel like that could be nerfed a little bit, but time to kill aside, like the guns feel nice. They've got like a decent recoil pattern. Obviously they've got a small amount of recoil, but they have got a little bit, there is a little bit there. So the gunplay itself, actually, like the weapon handling is sort of really nice and feels good. Hit detection feels pretty good as well, so it feels like a fairly solid game. Personally, I will put that, if it was me alone, I'd be putting that in, I'd probably be putting it somewhere between awesome and decent. I'd probably say closer to decent, but I'm not sure. See, the trouble with this, again, what I want to do with this list, the idea is to eventually find one game that is the top game. So I want to find the game that goes in God tier is going to be the game we as a unit say that is the best Roblox shooter. So it may be that we get to the final few, in a few streams down the line, we end up getting to the final few, and we might end up having to sort of pick off of the awesome tier. But put that in the middle because the movement feels a bit weird. All that was perfect. I would just put that on the top tier, but unfortunately for the movement, I put it in the middle. So you're saying decent, which, to be fair, again, I agree with. I think the movement feels a little bit weird, but I think that's just because it's so quick. But if they nerf it, I would put it on top. Yeah, see, again, I think that is where I'm at. I think if they were to nerf the movement slightly and increase the time to kill just ever so slightly, I'm not talking like loads, but like at the minute, you're sort of looking at like 7 to 8 bullet kill if you don't hit head. And I think if they just up that a little bit, so it's like 4 or 5 bullets, just so it's that little bit faster, I think that would be in the awesome. So I'm gonna go with decent for that, and I'm assuming that was where you was saying put it as well. So I'm happy to go in there with that. Again, like I said, down the line, if we decide to revisit it, then we can always move it about. But, well, I say revisit it, I won't be playing it again for the purposes of this tier list, but we can always revisit and jig stuff about. I have said as well that obviously we've got 5 tiers at the minute. I'm not against the idea of just adding a couple more tiers in the middle just to give us a little bit more of a... I keep looking over there. I keep looking over here because this is where my chat is. I'm so professional. I keep looking over here because that's where my chat is. I keep forgetting that is where you're sitting. Anyway, so yeah, that's combat arena. That was, all in all, it's quite a fun game. I most likely will play that again, so I'm happy with that being decent. Next game, what did we play after that? Next game we played was indeed Arsenal. Personally, not a fan. And there's a lot of fans out there. It has got a fairly good player base at the minute still. So I know there's a fan base for it. Personally, I'm not too impressed. No aim down sight. No sprinting. I feel like it's 2025. Every game has sprinting and ADS. I don't feel like you can really get away with that anymore, especially... I don't know how people are still playing it as much, because it just feels I know it's an old game, but it doesn't feel like it's been updated to suit the times. I feel like the movement side of things is very like basic Robloxy movement. So it's, yeah, like I say, no sprinting, no ADS. You're literally just jumping. The way you get around in that is by just jumping and like swinging your aim about. Gunplay, most of the guns feel fairly similar to each other. It's like they've taken one gun model and like copied and pasted it, I guess, for all the categories from what I played. Eli was saying earlier that it can be quite a fun game to, obviously it's quite old, so it can be like a quite fun game to come back to, I think was what he said. Which I agree. I get that it's an old game, so I don't really want to be judging it based on the fact that it's an old game. But if we're just judging games based on, obviously we're doing it's 2025, we're doing the judging based on what games are around now, and I just feel like it wasn't very particularly fun. I feel like the weapons should be updated so there's ADS, and I feel like there should be sprint added to the game at a minimum. And then the fact that there's not really like the modes on it aren't my personal cup of tea. I think because it's only really like a gun game. I'm not a fan. I ain't trying. I don't think they can improve it where I would like it. Yeah. To be fair, for me, the game itself is a bit of a anomaly because it's not like a TDM capture the flag domination sort of game. Obviously, it's like two or four teams, and it's obviously all mainly like gun game, or like it's like, you know, shotguns only, or it's like a gun game where you basically every time you make a kill, you gun swaps. I feel like if they added a TDM mode in with like loadouts and stuff, that would add a bit more to it, again with like adding sprint and ADS. So for me, Arsenal, it would go between your meh and never again. I think I don't see myself putting any time into it. I don't see myself playing it for enjoyment, which is a big, I mean, that's, I guess that's like out of this list, like the whole point is, I guess you'd say the most enjoyable. And personally, I didn't enjoy it. And I agree. I think there's definitely a lot better games out there that you can play. That there's definitely a list of games before that one that I would choose to play before it, if that makes sense. So for me, I'm gonna say meh. I wouldn't say it's bad enough for never again. I don't think it's not necessarily a bad game, but it is, personally, I think it's in the meh category. So what do you think? Yeah, like I say, it's I'd say for me it's sort of between the two, but it's closer to meh than never again. It's not a bad game, so I wouldn't say it's never again. It's not one of them games that I'd say I'm never touching that again, but I don't see myself really playing it. I think, yeah, that is the trouble with it. I think there's just, if you would have asked me that 10 years ago or 5 years ago, whenever it sort of came about, it'd have probably been a bit higher. But I think because it doesn't seem to have changed much, I think it's not. Yeah, because it hasn't seemed to have changed much. It's not competing with these newer games in terms of both gameplay and enjoyment. So I'm going to say meh. But I need to know what you think so I can cement that in there, or cement it in there for now, because that is the whole point of this stream and of this whole idea, was that we together are going to be the ones that make the most accurate tier list. Obviously, the more people we have putting their arguments in and their input in and their opinions in, the more accurate the findings are going to be when we agree on where games go. So that is that. So far we've got Combat Arena, Arsenal. The next game that I played today is a game that if I was very bored, then I would play. Yeah, yep. Okay, so well, that's where it's gone. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. I might have to change the name of that because saying meh is really not great. So I put it as that because it sort of sums it up, but I feel like I should probably change that to not the best, maybe. I feel like not the best category. Anyway, yeah, so the next game that I played after that was Entrenched. Now, Entrenched was definitely fun. I would definitely play it again. I think I will probably play it again at some point. I will probably mess around on it because I like that the maps are quite big. Hit detection's a bit rubbish. Weapons look a bit like they're not the best looking weapons. And yeah, because they're not the best looking, the hit detection's a bit rubbish. That lets it down a little bit. But the big maps and sort of big teams was quite fun. It sort of gives me like kind of Battlefieldy vibes, just in terms of like the scale, and you've got like the two teams fighting over the one objective in the middle. I think that's quite cool. It also gives me, it sort of gives me, I'll tell you what it gives me. It's kind of like if you've ever played Enlisted. There's a game called Enlisted where you basically fight over like one objective in the middle, and there's like a lot of players in it, and each player controls a squad of AI, so it's like very big. It's kind of like that, I guess. But so the gunplay wasn't particularly bad. The hit detection was just a little bit funny, but once I played it for a bit, I started making more kills, so I got a little bit more used to it. But it is a little bit weird. For that reason, it's definitely not awesome in my opinion. The graphics aren't the best either. However, it was quite fun to play, and like I said, I probably will play it again. So because again, for that, like the hit detection wasn't great, but that wasn't the end of the world, and the guns didn't look the best, but again, graphics don't make too much difference to the gameplay. So I'm gonna say with Entrenched, it's somewhere between decent and meh. I'd put it above Arsenal. I'd put it above Arsenal, but I'd put it below Combat Arena. So I think we need a new tier in there. So I might have to mess around with that. Give me a second. Well, why are you doing this? I don't know why it's doing this. It's like I'm so out of focus right now. There we go. I think maybe the front of the phone had touched the stand. Can't really comment on it because I don't really play it. No, that's fine. Right, I need to. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is change the name of meh to something else. What was it? What did I say we should call it? The orange tier. So we got God tier, awesome, decent. Meh is like oh, I don't want to say poor, because poor is like a really, I feel like that's really insulting to like the people who make these games, because they're still like games at the end of the day and they're functioning, so it's not like they're not poor, but they're just, call it not bothered. I don't know, what did I say? I can't remember what I can't remember what I called it now. You're gonna have to help me. I could have called it not great. And then I'm gonna make a tier in the middle. Here we go. That's what I want to do. The ads are killing us. Can you add rows? Sorry, yeah, not great is what I'm going for. Sorry, I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to add a. Okay, right, okay, yeah, I got that. I'm trying to add a. I need to add. There must be a way of it. Can I not add more? I can edit it, but I'm trying to add an extra tier. I want to add an extra row, but it's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? Right, let's. Just give me ads as well. Love ads. That's the extra rows. I'm a bit confused as to why I can't add extra rows. Sorry, this is a really boring part of the stream. You're literally just watching me try and edit this, but
We're Tube, full fibre broadband, and we're trumping the competition by rolling back our price for a limited time. Get our ultra-fast 900 megabits per second speed for just £25 a month on an 18-month term with no in-contract price rises. Join thousands of customers a month at Tube.
unless I make a new list.
TOOB.uk.
Do I make it a new one? Let's hang on. Let's. Make a template. Right. Sorry. With combat arena with the movement bit feels like you're walking on ice. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah. I get what you mean with that. Definitely. I get that. Definitely. It is a bit weird, isn't it? It's like, yeah, you do sort of feel like you're sliding about. It's because it's so quick, though, I think. I've just realized I probably should have added an extra row with the extra row. All right, I'm gonna, before I add, right, now I need to go back. Right, hang on. Right, I've sussed it. I sussed what I need to do. Right, I've sussed what I need to do. It's going to take me an extra few seconds, and then we will be off and ready. We're nearly there. Photo that one, and then I've got to add the images. I'm sorry, you guys, that this is taking so long, but it's okay. We're going to be in it on a second. So, as we said, Combat Arena, Entrenched, Arsenal. We had them on there. How many rows do we need? Right, that's how many we need. I am nearly there now, so I can open this up in a sec, and here we go. Right. There we go. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly, for some reason the colors on these are really odd. They go like the wrong way around. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, call this the best game. So the top one is the best game. This ad is getting on my tutors. So we've got, we didn't put anything in the best game, did we? So then we got this one is God tier. Annoyingly, I set all this up before the stream, and now I'm doing it again because we need more rows, and I couldn't just add them in with the other one that was already ready, so I've had to do this, and this is annoying, and I don't like it. Why do I have to do this now? Oh, goodness. Right, so anyway. So what did we have? God tier. So I think it was God tier. Then we had awesome, didn't we? So we had awesome. And then 1, 2, 3. That's cool. Then after awesome, I wanted one between awesome and decent. So we call it really good, because that sort of says it all, doesn't it? Really good. It's really, really good. Then we had decent. Decent being like. Oh, I've gone the wrong way with that. That needs to be that. Yeah, there we go. Decent being like, I guess your average, your mid tier. Like, so decent is just like good. Good enough that I'll happily play a few games on it, but not like, oh my god, I'm gonna go and tell all my mates about it. So then we had decent. Then the one after decent was between decent. Anyway, so we had decent, and then it was gonna be not great, wasn't it? But I'm gonna say what we'll do is after that we'll do not great. We'll do a not great, and then I'm gonna do a really not great. In capitals as well, because that is what we need. And then this one is the infamous never ever 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 again. Never ever ever again. I think I've put an extra space in that. So never ever ever again. Right. So never ever 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 again is gonna be the really poor, really bad stuff. Right, so what I'm gonna do is as well, I'm just gonna quickly shift this over, and I'm going to, oh actually no, I'm not. I'm gonna, can I do this in a different way? I want to do this. That's better. And then what we're going to do is you have to bear with me a sec. Sorry, I didn't want to sort this out now.
My feet are killing me. These shoes are way too tight.
Sorry, I'm trying to like,
For me until I switched to Ultra.
I'm trying to sort this out.
Ultra shoes are shaped like your fit. No cramming, no squeezing, just pure comfort. When I'm wearing them, I feel like I can just keep going. Miles and
that sounds incredible.
All that effort. I had like 7 people in here a second ago, and they all joined when I'm peeing about with this.
Running
.eu.
Why is that the way that it happens? Why? People always join when you're doing the wrong thing. Do you know what? The amount of times when I used to stream and I'd have like 3 or 4 people watching and I was like, you know, it's great, it's lovely. And then I'd come off the game and be in like full screen, you know, I'd be here in this scene like this. And I'd be saying, right, I'm now going to go for a couple of minute break. And I'd look over and the view account would go from 3 or 4. And it'd go like 9, 10. And I'd be like, why? Why is it whenever you go to take a break, that's when everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to click on that stream. Why is that? Anyway, right. Back to the matter in hand. Right, so Combat Arena. Where are you? Combat Arena. So we said Combat Arena is decent, didn't we? So do we go decent or really good? So now we've just basically mucked up everything we've done already. So Arsenal, I think I said really not great, didn't I? I think we landed on like really not great because we didn't say that. We said it was like between never again and whatever the other one was. So, I mean, I'm personally thinking really not great. Let me know if you're happy with that. Combat Arena. Combat Arena, I'm going to say it is between decent and really good. How is it? I've just added like 2 more tiers. So we've got extra tiers in between and I'm still trying to go between other tiers. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I like this? Personally, I'm going to say Combat Arena, I'm going to say not quite awesome. It's definitely better than not great. It's definitely decent. Is it really good? I'm going to say really good. Personally, I'm going to say really good. I'm going to say if they nerfed the movement, or that, you know, if they messed about with the movement speed / time to kill, so they balanced that out a little bit, so they either slowed down the movement, you know, if they slow down the movement and increase the time to kill, decrease the time to kill, so, you know, faster kills, a slightly slower movement, that would definitely be an awesome for me. I do agree with the ice skating theory, we'll call it. We'll give it a name. The ice skating theory, I do think that the movement is a bit too fast because it does feel like you're flying around on ice skates. So, but I don't think that hampers the game too much. It's a combination of the movement with the time to kill. If the time to kill was faster, then I feel like the movement speed would sort of be a bit more justified. So that's where I'm landing on that. Right. Entrenched. Where do we get on Entrenched? It was between decent and not. It's not really not great. I'm gonna say decent. I think personally I'm gonna put it there, but I want to see what you say. Obviously, you said you hadn't really played that much, but for me, I'm gonna say Entrenched is decent, purely from an enjoyment perspective. I think it's not the best looking game. Oh, see, I'm now torn. I'm now torn between decent and not great. I think. See, the thing is, I want to say not great, but then it is enjoy. Like, I did sort of enjoy playing it, and I didn't necessarily want to get off of it when I finished playing it in the stream. So I was like, I'm thinking decent for that reason. I'm thinking it's very basic and like it's a little bit buggy, and I feel like there's room for improvement. Definitely, I feel like if they put a bit of work into it, there's definitely room there where it could move up this list. I mean, it's going to be the same for a lot of games, but as it stands now, I'm going to say not great. Actually, as it stands now, I think it's not great, but it is enjoyable. So it's just for enjoyment purposes, I'm going to say it's around decent, but just looking at it sort of more objectively, just in terms of the game itself, I'm going to say it's not great. But again, it's a bit of a weird one because obviously I got to judging it objectively. Obviously, the graphics aren't very good. The weapon play isn't the best, and the movement's a little bit meh. But it's a little bit weird. But that still didn't stop me from sort of like actually enjoying playing it. So it's a bit of a weird one. But I think, yeah, personally, that's where that's got to go. And then we're going to fall down now onto Reminiscence Zombies. This is the last one that you just caught me playing at the end there, the Zombies game. I mean, I haven't played a lot of it. I only found that game. I think I found it last week, but I've only played it 3 times. I played about 10 minutes of it when I first found it, just because it popped up as my recommended, and I was like, oh, it looks kind of like a COD Zombies clone, like Michael Zombies and Corrupt, so I thought I'd see it. Played about 10 minutes of it and thought, okay, this looks good. It's got town on it. The guns look okay. I played about half hour of it, half hour to an hour, I think it was, a couple of nights ago, and thoroughly enjoyed it. And again, obviously, I just played like an hour or half hour on stream to sort of get a final judgment. And in all honesty, I'm gonna say, I think straight away it's awesome. I haven't played a lot of it, so it's hard for me to say God tier, but I've got to put it in awesome at least to start with, because the gunplay feels really nice from what I've played, and the guns look pretty decent. They're not like ultra realistic, but they are for what the the look of the guns suits the graphics of the game, so it kind of works, and they still look quite nice. The gunplay itself, like the guns firing, is like they have a bit of recoil, so they're like kind of like, you know, have a little bit of realism to them. It's not just like you're looking at a still gun when you're firing. Obviously, you got Pack-a-Punch like you do in COD. The maps, there's like, from what I saw, there is a nice variety of maps. There was about 10 or 15 maps or so. I didn't count exactly, but it looked like there was about 10 or 15 maps, and it looks like they got like Kino and Town and Transit on there. So depending on how all them maps play, that could be God tier if they're decent. So that is good. 100% I'm going to be playing that game again. I think it's got to go in awesome. I think potentially God tier. I might have to come back to that one, because I will definitely be playing that again over the next few weeks anyway. So in later streams, I might be coming back to that and moving that up to God tier, depending on what you guys say. Better versions though, there could be tweaks, but it's awesome. But I wouldn't go higher than that though. Yeah, see, personally, I did think that, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's Michael Zombies is better than it, and I've put a few hours into Michael Zombies. I've played a good few games of that. I feel like the game feels a lot more solid. It looks a little bit better. So it's definitely better than Michael Zombies, I would have thought. Corrupt is the other one I think that I played. Now, Corrupt is definitely more realistic in terms of graphics. Guns look a lot more real. And Corrupt is a great looking game. The only thing with Corrupt is, if memory serves me, I want to say there's only like 3 or 4 maps on that. I'm pretty sure there was Nact and Toten, and then there's the Tower of Hell, or whatever you want to call it, like where it's just like a big spiral staircase going up. Don't get me wrong, it's a very fun map, but the fact that Reminiscence has like 12 maps or whatever it is on there, however many maps, like it's got loads of maps on it, I think that like outweighs them. And then again, obviously the guns being a bit more realistic in Corrupt Zombies doesn't make it better. It like, obviously it kind of does, it kind of doesn't. It is a hard decision. I think for now I'm gonna leave it in awesome, but I think I'm gonna revisit that again, especially if I get a bit more time to play it off of stream, because then I'll have more of an argument towards it. So at the minute, so far, the Zombies game is the one that's leading the pack. Now, I have no doubt that there is going to be some more FPS games, more of like your standard FPS games that make it up into this awesome and God tier. I have high hopes for Enforcement hitting somewhere high up here. In all honesty, for me, Enforcement is going to be God tier. Perhaps even the best game. I mean, it's possibly my favorite Roblox FPS game, so obviously I'm going to be a bit biased on that one, but I'm going to try and look at it objectively, so I'm not obviously the whole point of this is to try and make it fair, which is again the whole reason why I wanted to do it on stream, so that you guys actually have input and you guys alter the decision. Because if I've got a few of you in here saying, nah, that game is, you know, I'm saying enforcement is god tier, if you guys are saying, well, it's all right but it's not great, it should go in awesome or really good, then obviously I'm outvoted. And I think that is how we're gonna get the I think that is how we're gonna get the most accurate tier list, because at the end of the day, this whole thing is to sort of help people, I guess. So like when this is done, I'll probably end up making a small video on it, just showing the full tier list and say, look, we have done this on stream, and there's a load of us that have put some ideas into it, and yeah. See, Gunfight Arena, it's an interesting one, because sorry, I'm just going to change my I'm going to change this over here because we are now finished with the tier list. So I'll tell you what, I'll go flick back to it one more time quick. Just so yeah, Arsenal not really great, Entrenched not great, really good is Combat Arena, and awesome is the Reminiscent Zombies. So that is where we have landed at the end of the stream there. So next week is going to be interesting. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's all right, stayed. My OBS can sometimes be a little bit iffy when it comes to moving it from monitor to monitor. Gunfight Arena is an odd one for me because I wouldn't say the gunplay is particularly good, which may come as a shock. But when you think about it, obviously there's not like what is my hair doing? Here, it's just chilling. Obviously there's no like dynamic crosshair or like bullet spread. All your bullets go dead straight towards that one little tiny dot in the middle. So there's no like weapon spread and stuff. So it doesn't really matter what gun you use. You can just run around hip firing. So to me, that's sort of like a big problem. Obviously, it sort of suits the game because it's kind of like big. It's, you know, it's the same sort of like engine as Big Paintball. Or I say engine, but you know, like the same people or whatever. So it's the same sort of game as Paintball. Botrix, do your thing, please. I think it's definitely very enjoyable. Is Gunfight Arena. I do love Gunfight Arena. I mean, it's definitely one of my most played games on Roblox. It's yeah, the gunplay lets it down. I think again, the gunplay, like the guns feel nice. Obviously, got all aim down sights and everything like that. But it's just obviously because there's no bullet spread. Obviously, that just almost eliminates the need for the ADS. Like I run around and hip fire on that game a lot. Doesn't make it any less fun. So like obviously that's not a big issue. It just means that say when you've got someone like me playing it who can sort of, I'm on keyboard and mouse, so I've already had an advantage against people who've got mobile. Obviously, I've been playing FPS games for like years now, so I've got some aim. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like god tier, but obviously because I've been playing for a while, I can sort of flick onto people with relative accuracy to some extent. So when I run around with like the Barrett, say with like 10 bullets in a mag, I can just run around and be like click bang, click bang, click bang, click bang. Like, you know, especially if my aim is on, if I'm having a good game. And yeah, it just, I think that lets it down a little bit. But apart from that, and the kill streaks, I think there's a couple of the kill streaks I'm not too keen on. But apart from that, like, it is definitely a fun game. There's a good few maps on it. Like, that's going to be a good one to visit, I think. So that's going to be an interesting one to see and to go through. I only played Enforcement for 2 minutes, so I won't be judgy. The only thing what would lower it for me is probably be hacking in the Gunfight Arena game. I haven't come across many hackers in that, or not that I'm fully aware of. There's definitely been hackers in Enforcement, but the good thing about Enforcement is the moderators tend to be pretty hot on it. So if a hacker is reported in a Discord with the proof, then they're usually banned within like 30 minutes or so. And that's probably being quite like, you know, OTT with the time. They're usually pretty good at banning hackers straight away. I would definitely get on enforcement and give it a bit more of a go. Again, like, obviously, if you're in the stream when I'm playing it, obviously you'll be able to see gameplay from it anyway. So that'll be kind of a good, like, another good way of you seeing what it's like. I think obviously the best way is for you to go and play it and have an hour on it and play a few games and get a little bit of a feel for the game. But yeah, them two I'm looking forward to. But that's, again, because Gunfighter is Infection, Gunfight Arena, and Enforcement are probably my 3 most played at the minute. So that's why I didn't want to jump straight in with them. I wanted to try and spread them out over different streams, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to go Combat Arena first, because I've played that one. Because obviously, so what I said earlier was the way I'm kind of trying to do it, so I don't just burn through all my favorite ones first. I'm going to do one game. So each stream, I'll do one game that I've played like some half decent amount of. I'll then do a game that I've played only a very small amount of, or not at all. And then I'll do like another, the third/4th, if I get to 4th, will be basically a random one. So it'll either be like a zombies game, or it will just be one that gets picked in the stream. So yeah, that's how I'm doing that. So hopefully, I wanted to do it that way because I didn't want enforcement to be like, I didn't want to go straight for enforcement, straight for Gunfight Arena, straight for combat, straight for Infection, Gunfight, play them, like burn through them in the first stream, and then like the rest of the streams I'm playing games that I've either not played or I'm not overly keen on. So that's more just for my peace of mind, really. Because the good thing is I have got like 5 or 6 that I sort of play, I'd say, somewhat regularly. So at least I've got like a bit of a leeway in terms of how many streams I can do before it gets to the point where I'm just playing stuff that I haven't actually tried yet. But yeah. Yes. See, being on controller is a massive disadvantage on enforcement. Enforcement's controller support really is not very good, in all honesty. I think I've tried it on pad and it's really yeah, the pad on enforcement is really bad. So I don't blame you on that one. But yeah, it's one of them. It's like, obviously that's part of the reason why I'm doing it through stream. So like, if you don't play the games or you haven't played them, or, you know, at least you can see it. You know, you'll be able to see it in front of you with me playing and talking about it. And obviously I'll be trying to talk people through what's going on screen and what's going on like in the game and what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking at the time. So hopefully that will be sort of enough for you guys to make a bit, you know, like informed decisions on games that you either haven't played or you can't play or whatever. So again, obviously there's always going to be variables, stuff like controller versus mouse and keyboard and things. Oh my god, I need to knock my water over. That was a moment of sheer panic. Obviously there's always going to be a differential between like mouse and keyboard and controller, and then obviously like PC to Xbox and you know, console or whatever. But we just have to do our best and judge it as best we can. But yeah, that is gonna be it from me. That is pretty much gonna be me all done and dusted. Now what I need to do is sort out a ring light for next week, because this issue keeps happening. If you look at my face, this issue keeps happening It wasn't too bad when I first started, because the light in this room is not too bad, because I've got like a nice bright bulb in it. The only thing I've just realised is I haven't put the right colour bulb in. I've got a yellow bulb in. So that's not good. Thank you, Nicole. But yeah, we yeah, I need to get a little ring light, and I think just so I can stop that whole from happening. I don't know whether to go back to the camera over here. I'm gonna change the bulbs. I'm gonna change the bulbs. You know I'm gonna change the bulbs. I don't know whether to go over the camera back over here, because I keep looking at that. My issue is, right, obviously the camera's up here, and I try to remember that the camera's up here, so because when I talk, I want to talk into the camera. But I just forget, and then obviously, because what I'm doing is I'm like reading it, and then I'm looking at that and replying to that like this. So that's why I'm always like sitting here staring at this blooming screen, and I keep forgetting that you're there. Anyway, right, I'm going. I'm going. But yeah, Jordan, it was nice to speak to you again, and well, I hope to see you in the stream again next week, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And hopefully we can get a couple more people in here to keep voting on these games and where they go. And like I said, the more people we have, the more accurate that the tier list is going to be. So hopefully over the next few weeks, we'll get a few more people in who will add their opinions and stuff. And that'll be good. But until then, I will see you in my next video, whenever that shall be. Probably Monday. I think I've got a short lined up for Monday. I'm also going to be recording a video tomorrow. Tomorrow, Monday, I'll be recording another video. So there'll be another full-length video up this week at some point. Apart from that, I will see you later. Have a good evening and have a good Easter weekend, I guess. See you later.